It's Wednesday, September 28th, and guess what we are? We're live, and we are Skeleton Realm coming at you live here on a Wednesday night. It's 8 o'clock. You know us very well by this point. It's episode 23. It's been quite a few episodes here. Ooh, nice. Audio got a little pop there. What's going on with that? Anyway, we love it. Let's take that off now. Oops. Oh, crap. So the audio's working and we're here live. We're very happy to be with everybody tonight. We hope everyone's had a great week since last Wednesday. Boy, we've had a real interesting week. A lot of work we've been doing this week. I'm really excited to show you guys something incredible that Sam and I have been hard at work on all week. But that's going to be towards the end of the show. I don't want to give too much away, but we got a big surprise. But Sam, how's your week been?
It's been good. You like this song? It's so cool.
Yeah.
Working hard on this thing, which I guess we'll reveal later. So it's so exciting to be here.
Well, how's your week been?
Oh, week? Well, it's been nonstop work on the thing that we'll be showing, and that's how it's been. And work is awesome, sets it free, and all that stuff. So
it does. Wait, can you turn you up and me? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well,
we kind of were rushed here to get this one started. We had some last minute stuff because we got a lot of interesting props for the show today, items that we're going to be bringing out. But it's going to be a pretty epic show. It's a little bit of a back to the basics show. If keen viewers would notice, I'm wearing the same thing I wore on episode, 6, 7. And that's a classic Skeleton Realm hoodie. I'll just go ahead and plug it right at the beginning of the show here. I'm wearing a classic Skeleton Realm hoodie, and you're probably going, holy crap, I'd love to have that hoodie. Well, guess what? You can. And we'll get to that later. Actually, I should have plugged that first of all. But you can get one of these later. We'll talk about it later. You can also get the hat. We've got merch in our store, and you can buy that and love that. But anyway, tonight's a jam-packed show. Yeah, all right, say something?
Yep, I'm testing.
Okay, that's much better.
Okay.
So anyway, today we've got an incredible assortment of guests coming on the show to give an incredible assortment of interviews. And the first one that we've got is bike seller Sergeant Mannheim. Bike seller Sergeant Mannheim is a local bike seller. He owns a bike shop and he sells bicycles on Craigslist. And he was a sergeant in the armed forces. And I think he might be originally from Mannheim, the German city Mannheim. So he's going to be coming on.
That would explain Mannheim. It's almost the season for Mannheim Steamroller or whatever the hell that Christmas band is called.
I don't know it. I'm not familiar.
Not important. You know who's next?
Who's next?
After that is Little Diddy, the songstress.
Little Diddy.
Yeah. Songstress, that is a person who makes tiny songs.
Songstress is a person who makes little ditties, and that's where little ditties got their name as a colloquialism here in America. We call it a little ditty, a little song, and so Little Diddy herself will be on to teach us about what goes into her process making little ditties and how she coined the term. After that, we've got No Touch Tam, and that I don't need to explain who that is. That's Tam, and do not touch him. Period. Who's after that?
That would be a private chef from Swimdom Resort in Horse Canyon.
The private chef from the Swimdom Resort in Horse Canyon.
Hard to get. Now, Sam is a culinary freak, and Sam loves to cook, and so his eyes lit up when our agent said, we could get the private chef from the Swimdom Resort. We don't know his name. We don't have his name. We'll be learning his name here shortly. After that, we've got Lyle Turnips, and he's just a farmer from Saskatchewan. You know who's after that?
Who's after that?
That would be Tiptoeing Rich, a guy who's famous. He's got, you should see, you know how calves are like the toes of the legs? His are ripped, and they're huge and tense.
Because he tiptoes. Now, that's interesting. When you're doing a tiptoe, you really just are doing a calf raise. So Tiptoeing Rich, he's a local man here in Atlanta who tiptoes everywhere he goes. You're walking down the street, you see a man tiptoeing down the street. You go, what the heck? Some out-of-towners might go, who the heck is that? We go, that's just Tiptoeing Rich. He tiptoes down the street, and his calves are jacked. After that, we've got Jarman, Tight Twist Rudolph. The Jarman. We call him Tight Twist Rudolph. He'll twist a tight jar lid and he'll get a lid off for you really quick. Because he's got, talk about calves, they say that the forearm is the muscle of the arm.
That's true.
What am I saying? They say that the forearm is the calf muscle of the arm. So if we got Tiptoe Rich coming on to do some tips, we've got Jarman the Tight Twist Rudolph coming on with a really big calf.
Tiptoe takes downstairs
And the Jarman, he'll take upstairs regarding how they would divide a body in the dress.
Yeah, if I was going to say my perfect human might have Tiptoe's legs and Jarman's arms. But the other thing that's interesting, I thought you were going to say, Tiptoe walks down the stairs. Jarman uses his hands. I feel insane. What's going on? I've lost my mind, folks. Have we lost our mind? Do you guys enjoy? What's the chat? What's up with the chat? Big Mike, says Aaron Melton. Mike Netless says, guilty as charged. Hey, a little bit of discussion going on the chat without us. I don't feel left out. Feel free to discuss amongst yourself, have some discussions. Just ignore us, tune us out. The whole point of the show really is to facilitate a wonderful chatting among the Skeleton Realm fans. What we're trying to do is kind of build a family here. So
community
just chat.
building, family building, nuclear community, right?
We're trying to build a nuclear community. That's correct. And we have one more. Who's the last one?
Oh, well, that's, of course, Saul Tomaterman, inventor of the purple purple.
Now,
and
this
if you don't
is
know what
cool.
a purple is, you're in a load of news coming right
Now,
at you.
Sam's got the most purple purples I've ever seen. That's a purple purple. And a purple is not, it's kind of like what a cat would scratch to get its scratches out, but it's for purring and rubbing. So the cats love them, and they're purple, and they're just poles that sit in your house. And I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I said, my cat's not going to like that. You go out and you spend money on cat toys and cat gifts, and guess what your cat plays with? A pine cone or a piece of trash from the garbage. No. With the purple pole, I set this sucker up in my house. You go into your living room or wherever you want it. I put mine in the bathroom, in the living room, and you bolt it into the floor so it doesn't go anywhere. The cats love it, and it has something to do with it being purple. And so they call it a purple pole. Anyway, Sal Tomaterman, the inventor of this device, this object, he's going to be on to talk about it, and so that's really exciting. And a little birdie told me he might have a deal with Petland in the works, so that's big for Sal.
Wow.
So
Incredible.
Welcome.
So yeah, welcome to everyone in the chat. Let's chat as a family again. That's it. I couldn't put it better myself.
Welcome to the new members and the old ones alike. We say welcome to Julia. We say welcome to Aaron. We say welcome to T. Lee in the chat, a classic T. Lee. We say welcome to Devolio, a new face. So everybody, how's it going? How's everybody been? Come on. How's it going? All right, we should just get straight into it, huh?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun because we're about to have fun and play a game.
Okay, this is pretty cool. So, what Sam is talking about is, everybody knows we have, several years ago, we bought, Skeleton Realm bought a company called Bing Bong Games. Bing Bong Games makes video games. They made a game called Airport Bathroom Simulator. That's their most famous one. They also did some other stuff. They worked with MeMoreTV. They made Do My Task Medieval. But we talked to the guys at Bing Bong, and we said, guys, what if we made a Skeleton Realm board game?
Mm-hmm.
And they said,
game for the nerds.
Tabletop game for the nerds. We like D&D. We like some of these games. We like Sorry. We like Monopoly. We like Clue. This thing's coming out of my hole. My ear hole's too tight.
Clean it out.
Yeah. Actually, I had a big piece of wax fall out of my ear the other day. Just fell out. You ever get that? It just falls out. Gravity says that sucker's coming out.
Yeah, how inconsistent that happens. Every day, you wipe, nothing. And
You wipe your hole every day, your ear hole?
Well, what if I bathe, if I shower, which has not been.
So if you shower, you spray water in your hole? What are you doing?
I swab my ears after a shower, and I see nothing. And then one day, you get big mess.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got a board game.
So we got a board game coming out, and that's really exciting. It is in beta now. You can't go buy this at the store yet. We're hoping, fingers crossed, we're going to be talking to, I've got my signature boxy. We're going to be talking to Toys R Us. We're going to be talking to maybe some novelty shops for adults, because there are adult themes in this, so maybe Toys R Us not the best place to be purchasing this, but definitely you'll be able to get this on Amazon when it comes out. But it's an epic board game, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun playing it. So we thought, what better way to reveal this than to just go ahead and try to play a little bit for the stream. And here's the really cool thing about this board game. This board game is the first board game designed for live streamers. So you can't really play this game unless you have a live stream. But nowadays, it's so easy to make a live stream. You get your laptop, you get your webcam, you go to YouTube or Twitch or one of these sites, you hit record and you've got a live stream. You wait for viewers to come in, you get 10, 20, 30, 40 viewers will start watching you, and then you can interact with the viewers. And this board game is designed so that if you have a live stream and you have viewers, you can play the game with them. So that's kind of the premise here to this game. And like I said, it's in beta, but let's throw the graphic up and let's get some music to accompany. It's kind of some puzzling music, maybe something that's kind of exciting fantasy. It's called Skeleton's Playtime Puzzle. And it's just that. It's a little bit complex. It's not too complex to learn. There's a nice manual that spells everything out. That's perfect. So let's get the pieces ready. You want to get this right? So first you get the board. It comes with the board.
Yeah, let's clear off. Put the board.
The board there.
Let's get the pieces
Let's
here.
move that. Okay, so this is really cool. And so we haven't actually got a chance to play this yet. Bing Bong just sent us this game in the mail, and we just got it today. So what we're doing here is we're going to get all the pieces together. So it comes with a lot of cards. So first of all, and I think I can remember this correctly, you get the cards in each corner here, these stacks, but you have to make one stack like this. Or maybe it's here. Yeah, put it right there. So Sam, are you excited?
Yeah, this is super cool.
And we've got these cards. And it is rated M. Somebody in the chat says, I'm not allowed to play M-rated games. Well, I won't tell.
We're the guardians.
We're the guardian. Actually, yeah, we're the guardians. So it doesn't matter.
It's okay.
So we each get a skeleton.
Okay, we each get one of these.
We each get a skeleton. Okay, let's move the pieces here. So Sam and I each have a skeleton that will act as our avatar in the game. And then what an important aspect is, this is called the skeleton's throne. Let me make sure I'm getting all this right. So this is called the skeleton's throne.
Here.
Okay. So the skeleton's throne goes right in the middle. Okay, then what you have are skeleton bands. Can you show that? So these are skeleton bands. So we're going to be competing to get these bands. This is one element of the game, getting the bands around the skeleton's head and around its arms, hands, legs, and feet. So that goes right in that area right there. Okay. Now here's a really cool part too. So then so you have the cards here. And these are the numbered cards. There's different numbers on these cards, but some of them are blank. So if you draw a blank card, one of the goals of the game is to get the most cards too. But it's not just to have the most cards. It's so that when you get a card, you actually, oh God, I'm just gonna wear them like this. You get access to the number on the card. If the card's blank, there's actually various ways. Hold on. Crap.
I'm on section 4.
Okay, well first we need to just get it laid out.
Cards.
So we've got the green, okay, so the blank cards and number cards, we did that. So here's the green cards.
Okay.
Okay, so the green cards go here in the front, just like this.
Yeah, it's on row 12.
Yep, is that 12? Okay.
Yeah.
So but then you put the one green card in the middle, so that's a victory. Oh wait, no, here it is, okay. So the victory card in the middle, can you see that? That's the gold circle card with the green, but so there's more green here. Okay. And then, they don't just have the green cards, you have the yellow cards with the yellow gold circle. So those will go there. Okay. Now, here's a really cool part.
Okay.
These are called the Skelly zips. So these are zips. If you can see, just like a regular zip.
These are zips used for piece binding?
They're piece binding, but you can bind your piece to your Skelly too. But we'll get to that later. So these go here. Now we got our hourglasses. So the hourglasses here, and we put those there. We might use those. So I'll be red, you'll be yellow.
Okay. Yeah, and this comes in handy.
This is the turn light. And that goes there. So this actually goes on like that. So it'll turn on like that when you do the turn. So we'll use that.
Turn light.
Okay, then we got the pieces. Okay, so we've got a classic dice.
Okay.
We got the dice.
2 dice. Do you have the dog dice?
Excuse me?
The dog dice.
No.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. So we have the normal dice. So the dice go on the Skelly throne because the dice holds a power. And so, and so the dog dice is here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dog dice.
It goes next to
the paw. Okay. Now, here's the really cool part. These are the 2 cool pieces, or 3, I guess, if you want to say. So these are the dog coins. So you have the dog coins.
Okay,
that's part of the prize for the Skelly throne too.
Right.
Which you can get if you get the gold and the green card. So that goes like that with the coins. Then this is one of my favorites.
Oh,
this is the soap.
That you're gonna want that.
Soap. That is the prize. So a lot of times people, when they do this in beta, a lot of people, they just want to get to the throne. But really what I've noticed is...
Good luck without the soap.
Yeah, good luck without the soap. And also, I'd rather just have the soap. I don't even mind if I get the soap. So then we have the dog paw. That, of course, goes next to the dog dice.
Okay, good.
And then finally, last but not least, we have the Skelly Bops. Oops, I missed the dog. Oh, I forgot. Oh my God, how did I forget? Okay, so we got the duck too. Why did I forget the duck? And dog bone. So dog bone goes with soap and duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check. I see all that.
And then there's one more. Okay. So then we get the Skelly Bops. And so since I was red, I get the red Bops.
Okay, good.
So those go next to your Skelly, and your Skelly will control those Bops. And so this is how you'll move across the board.
I get yellow, right?
You get yellow, and then
two.
right. So you get the yellow. So your Skelly Bops here.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So guys, I know we're kind of neglecting the chat, but you guys will get involved in a second because we had to get everything set up before we actually start the game. So okay. So here I get green because I'm red because it's Christmas.
Yes.
So I get the greens, and then you get blues. Okay. So everybody has 8 Bops. But your primary Bop is the color of your hourglass. So your primary Bops are yellow, and my primary Bops are red.
Right.
You see?
Yep.
And then your secondary Bops are blue. Oh, and there's one more.
Good.
Okay. So
So
now we can start the game.
Okay.
So what we have to do first? Okay, go on.
There's some rules. So we're all set up in the. Can we go over the rule set?
Yeah. I'm gonna do it with my monster.
Oh, I took it.
Oh, let me have it.
Okay. Here.
Can't be without that. What are you doing? Take my monster.
It was in the way.
Oops. Okay.
Okay, so here we have the board is divided into 4 quadrants, each with 8 colored circles. Players may take turns sliding one or the 4 pieces along the edge of the board, landing on a colored circle. The goal is to be the first player with all 4 of the pieces of the center of the board. Players take turns.
So landing on a colored circle, so that means since the board is black, this is the matrix. It's sort of like D&D where there's like a matrix, but you create the colored circles, but the colored circles are these. So this is a colored circle because it's gold, and then you have the green colored circles. So these are the colored circles. So you actually have to draw and roll the dice to decide where these are placed.
Right.
But in order to roll the dice, we have to ask the chat.
Okay.
So that's the dice for these. So chat, we're going to roll the dice in the chat. Let's get some music going. So chat, everybody think of a number between 0 and 10. 0 and 100. Everybody think of a number between 0 and 100. Put it in the chat.
Yeah. 0 and 100.
And we'll see the first one wins. And so that'll be for us to place these where they're supposed to get placed.
Great.
Which then can get the game going. So we just need from the chat. I'll just wait. There's a delay. And so it'll be 2 gold and 2 green. So 23 says T. Lee. All right, so 23.
Good. 23, okay.
So that means, okay, we're at 21, 23. Where is it? Right there.
Okay, let's get,
Oh, dude, you got so close.
Fuck.
So then I'll do a green directly aside from it. And then you go down 5. So there's 2 there. And then I go down here. Okay. So.
Draw?
Now we draw,
Draw gold. Okay,
but first we have to.
Gold. Draw. It says gold circle drawn first. Did you just drew 2? You got green.
I did 2 gold circles, I think.
Yeah, I got 2 gold circles. You got 2 green. Green.
Mike Netlin says 1. Official Chase says 77. Orb says 72. Julie says 8. Plute says 13. Gail Blegner says 65.
Okay.
Julie says 91. Beige Condo says 88. Devolio says 57. Okay, so can someone add all those up in the chat because we need that total too? I forgot.
Above 6 viewers, you need to just add it up. You don't don't do single value.
Oh, I see. So there's more than 6 viewers. So we have 9 viewers actually. So
just add up.
Okay.
And then you have green tops.
But then
how many green tops do you have?
When do I get the bands?
It says those are yeah.
Wait, no, there's something to do with the bands before we do this.
You have 2 green tops. I have 2 green gold tops. Right? And then
But then the bands when I saw the guys playing it on Zoom, I thought that they already had bands on the Bops and then also on the Skelly wrist. Because you can't move. Okay, so you can't move without a band.
No. It says band.
Okay.
The board begins without bands, but not on toppers.
Okay, honestly, I think that
not with toppers.
Green
tops.
We're spending too much time on this, to be honest. I think the chat. Are you guys enjoying this? I think this is kind of let's do this. Let's go back to the Zoom with the Bing Bong guys. Let's figure this out, and then we'll play again on stream because this is just a little too much, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Darn.
Okay. Well, let's just.
It's just we don't have like unlimited time. We have to do the stream, so I don't think we should do this the whole time.
I swear I saw.
Flute says, "Is there an audio book of the manual?" That would be nice.
It's really long. It's incredibly.
And we even got 2 different numbers. So Devolio says 322. T. Lee says 433. So guys, thanks for the help, but listen, we got to put this away. We got to keep going. I'm sorry. This is going to take too long. I don't know what I was thinking because these usually take days to play anyway. But you guys got a preview. You guys got to see what it's going to be all about. So that's fun. So let's see. I'm going to do a poll in the chat here.
I gambled a.
Would you purchase this game and have fun with friends with it? So we'll see what the chat thinks, and your feedback is much appreciated, and we're gonna relate to the Bing Bong guys. But let's just put this away. Come on.
There you go. Here.
Okay. We'll just take the whole thing.
Off.
Yeah, take the cards off. See, it's just a mess too. Is just the issue here.
How many green tops? The green tops don't even stack.
I don't think we had enough green tops too, because I think they actually only gave us half what we needed. Because when I saw it on the promo, it was like stacked like so high. I mean, that sucks. The design on that's terrible. Because look, I don't know if you can tell. This is.
Why do they put?
See, these are the things. This is why we have to test these things. Because if you look, it's a raised
How are we
thing.
supposed to
So
stack
I can't
that?
stack these.
That's.
So Bing, I know that some of the guys are watching. Why did you design it like that? It's piss poor design.
They're professional.
Well, they're designing simulation games. They can design a toilet. They can design defecation. They can design.
Curse word
Maybe they should stick to the computer style.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure this out later. But let's just put it away.
Forget it.
It's kind of frustrating because I thought it would be quicker and easier, but that's okay.
It's all right. Forget it. You know what? Fuck it.
Curse word detected.
Okay, this is just.
It's incredibly time consuming.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think.
How much? What is the? I put it away, but what? I don't even know what the average play time is on this.
I think it's several days, and I think when they were doing the Zoom calls with us, they were doing some hyper condensed because what I think they might have done is sped up the footage of themselves playing it to kind of trick us. So that's not good. So Bing Bong, we're gonna talk to Bing Bong. We'll talk to me more. Okay. Keep one as a souvenir.
Okay, so next up, this I think this could explain our really positive energy lately, and just the kind of spin that we've been putting on things, and that is
the rope diet. So this is pretty cool. Sam got me into this. I got to give props and credit where credit and props are due, as they say. It's called the rope diet. Now, there's a lot of fad diets going on, and I've tried a lot of them. I've done keto. I've done all this sort of thing. I've done fasting. I've done all this, but I've never tried this rope diet. And Sam was losing weight. His energy was high. He was performing better in the bedroom, he told me. Sorry to put you on blast, but basically every element of his life, physically, mentally, everything had improved. And I said, Sam, what the heck have you been doing? What is different about your life? And Sam said, I got a little secret, and don't tell anybody. And it's something called rope. And I said, rope? What the heck? Are you being nasty? You talking about shooting ropes?
Curse word detected.
it said it's exactly what you think it is, except for that.
He said, I'm sucking ropes down and I'm eating them, and that's my diet. I eat a rope, I let the rope sit inside me, and I pass it through. And I said, come on, that's a joke. I went over to his house. He gave me rope. He shoved rope down my throat. And what happens is you eat the rope and you let it sit for a whole month.
Right, yeah. So you do this once
So
a
it
month.
goes in like this. So that's why we're not going to, I know a lot of the haters are going to say, because I didn't believe it at first either. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, if you're really doing that, if you're really eating rope and shoving it down your throat, then why don't you eat it on stream? Because I already had my rope for the month. So I'm not going to do it again. And there's no room for rope in there anymore. I'm full of rope right now. And the other thing that you're thinking is probably like, wait, don't you choke on that? Well, you start with a thinner rope.
Yeah, you gotta work up to it.
You work up.
You don't start and do this overnight, as if Rome was built in
So
a single day.
Exactly. And so really, it's almost a multi-year process. When you start the rope diet, you're committing to several years. And actually, and this is a trick Sam taught me, is you can use something like a hot dog bun to get going on these bigger ropes. Because when I'm on a smaller rope, I'm gagging, I'm not really liking it, I'm not used to it yet. And so it helps you ease in because you just feel like you're eating a hot dog.
Yeah. This is the hot dog trick, and it's kind of a beginner way entryway into this thing. But like I said, you know, it's not just about energy. This is a time saver. You only have to imagine eating once a month and then also passing once a month.
Right.
Imagine all the time you're going to save.
So what I like to do is I like to line it up on the first of the month when I eat my rope, and the 31st or the 30th of the month when I pass my rope. And here's the true benefit of the rope diet that I didn't realize until I had my first passing.
Yeah.
And you know what that is? When the rope passes out of your body, it turns completely black and it absorbs nutrients from your body. And then don't worry. Now this is a passed rope.
This is passed. This is how it comes out.
It looked just like this when it came out. And now it looks like that. Well, what happens is this is absorbing nutrients and strength. And this rope is the strongest rope I've ever used. And now I have a background in sailing. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. That's where I grew up. And we used to go out sailing. My father would take me out into the high seas and we'd sail. And we used lots of rope. And so I have a fair amount of experience with ropes. And I understand.
You can tie a knot.
I can tie a knot and I know the strength of different ropes. I'm telling you right now, that is the strongest rope I've ever encountered. I thought it was made out of some sort of steel or alloy. That is not from like a hair, what is it, just a hemp rope or whatever that is. This is incredible. So I was thinking, heck, let's pass rope all year and let's sell it or use it in some industrial mechanical process here at the studio. Use it as a pulley or something. So chat, what do you think? Would you try the rope diet? And would, you know, if you wanted to try it, would you maybe buy some rope from us? Because we've also got rope to sell you. Just kidding about the last part, but would you try the rope diet? What do you guys think?
This is good stuff. You can go sailing with it, and I think we're going at...
It's kind of soft, actually.
So,
it's crazy how it's soft, but it's so strong.
It has a bit of a stickiness to it. However, yeah, it does still smell like the inside of a body.
It's a little bit yucky.
It's got that bowel vibe to it, but it's very strong, like you said. This was about 97 cents per foot. This is about 87 cents per foot. And given the strength and durability of this, what would you charge for it?
I would say probably $50 a foot. So that markup is insane. I don't know if you guys were doing math earlier in the chat. Why don't you do the math on that? If I buy 100 feet, we're going to be eating about 100 feet a month.
This is 8 feet.
I'm eating 100 a month. This is just This is just a sampling. But if it's 100 feet a month, I'm doing, what'd you say for this rope? What is that, 50 cents?
This is 97 cents a foot.
97 cents a foot, so 100 feet's $97. So $97 for 100 feet, and then I'm selling it $50 a foot?
Yeah.
Am I doing the math on that right? Is that $5,000? So we're making 4,900. We'll call it $4,800 a month. What is that times 12? Can we do the salary on that? And we're talking just eating rope, and you got this one day, so you're on vacation 24/7 making a $50,000, $60,000 salary? Yeah. As a side hustle, people talk about side hustle as a hustle economy. Eat a rope. Come on, what are you doing? I don't want to give away our secret because the problem is everybody's going to start eating rope, and they're going to be producing this incredibly tactile, very strong rope, and that's going to flood the market with the strong rope. So hey,
they'd have to build an audience such as ours to have an outreach to which they can promote their rope.
I guess so, and I'd say if you're watching, just maybe don't consider the rope diet. Just buy some. If you need strong rope, we've got strong rope. Just forget everything we said. If you need strong rope, go to the Skeleton Realm shop, and we're going to be selling black, strong-ass rope.
Strong-ass rope.
So anyway, we just wanted to bring that up. We thought it would be fun. We thought that would be fun. Is everyone having fun tonight? Is it fun? It's Wednesday night. You having fun? Does coax cable work, says T. Lee? I don't know. Liana Rostamian says 58 grand. Yeah, that's a lot. 58 grand a year. Now, dude, that's pre-tax, so we're going to get taxed on that. But hey, that's still a lot. And I'm saying for doing nothing. We're eating a rope and then passing a rope. The energy output required for that. I mean, you could have your full-time job and just do this too. So, thanks for showing me that, Sam.
Yeah, no, it's a little secret, and I'm happy to share it not only with you, but with also the viewers.
Yes. Why don't you get us into the next segment?
Consider me this.
So this is kind of fun. I feel like I'm using the same language to introduce all bits. We've been making these cut downs, and I look into cut down, and every time I'm editing, I go, well, this is kind of fun. Well, this is interesting. Anyway, whatever.
It is true. So
It is true this is kind of fun.
You can rest assured you're not a fibber.
That's true. So this kind of goes into what I was just saying about editing and breaking stuff down. We've got a lot more exposure in the past couple of weeks because we've taken content from this show and simply cut it down into 60-second bits, put a little editing flair on it, and thrown it up into these new apps that everyone's entranced in, like it's a fucking,
Curse word
you know,
detected.
hypnotic machine that their brains. And I'm not knocking these apps. I use them too. I'm on TikTok and then Instagram and Reels, and I'm looking at them all day. But one of the things that's a problem, and I shouldn't admit this on the stream, okay? But when you get some viewers and some comments, you're getting haters. You're getting guys saying, you suck, not funny. And there's certain types of comments we've been getting, and I'm not even going to tell you what they are because I know people are going to go do them more if I say what they are. But there's certain ways that people frame things and speak to me that's disrespectful, and I don't like it. And so this gave me and Sam the idea, what if social media websites would allow us to edit the comments to be what we want them to say? Now hear us out. I know what you're thinking, okay, that's censorship, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's you scratch my back, I scratch yours. If I do well, the apps do well. The apps want to give you advertisement and get viewers. And I'm a content creator, so I'm sort of what the app needs. So I have power over things like TikTok and Instagram, and they need me. So I'm saying, let me go in and edit the comments on the posts, on the things that we do, and change them to what I want them to be, because I don't like some of the things that some of these people are saying to me, and it just upsets me. I'm in a good mood. I'm at my house. I'm laying in bed. I'm maybe taking a bath. I'm relaxed, and I get a boop on my phone. I look over and it says, and I go.
It's a twofold benefit. They get the engagement from the comment. The comment stays.
Yes. Yeah.
Their numbers go up, but we just get to change the comment.
Yes, exactly.
Something that's frankly more descriptive, more engaging, and most importantly, more neutral. Because neutrality is kind of the most important thing when you're engaging with us online. Be neutral. Don't be positive. Don't be negative.
Yeah, don't even be positive. Exactly. And then what would be really cool is if we could take every comment that we get and just edit it to a sponsor. So that way you could get the sponsors.
That's a
win-win-win. Because in the sponsor, so if you say, hey, I love the video, keep it up, we delete and we say, throwaways.
Yeah.
$10.99 this week. That'd be better. Come on. Because then they could take the ads out of the video content itself, and then the comments could just be ads.
I'm trying to I'm trying to nail down Delta as a sponsor.
Ooh, yeah.
Every time we get a comment, non-neutral comment, positive or negative, we can change it with a Sky Miles trip. And they say, instead of a person says, hey, this was awesome. Thanks for sharing this video with us. Right. The audience. We change that to, I just got a trip to Costa Rica from Delta Flight 6.
And maybe you could even give that commenter a consolation prize for having their comment selected to be the ad.
Yeah.
So if they said, hey, I love your video, and then Delta comes in and edits it and says, Delta trips this week, half off, you can send them a Delta t-shirt to say, we selected your comment. So everybody could have their address and their information in the app already. Mm-hmm. And so I'd be begging the app, go, please delete my comments. I want swag from brands that I love.
I know.
Delete my comment. I want a Coca-Cola shirt. Delete my comment. I want a Delta shirt.
Exactly.
I mean, heck, this is actually revolutionary.
You don't encounter a free lunch all that often, and this is a win-win-win. Everyone's happy. It's just a deal made in heaven.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a deal made in heaven. I love that phrase. We might even put that on a Skeleton Realm shirt. SkeletonRealm.org. It's a deal made in heaven. So we love that. So what do you guys think? I'm going to do more. This is a poll night.
Yeah.
What do you think of this epic system? And it's yes or no. So if it's yes, it's yes. If it's no, it's no. So press 1 if you're enjoying the polls in the chat. Press 1 if you're enjoying the polls. Oh, heck. What's next?
All right. So after that.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
So here's something.
This is also important, not just fun.
So this is yeah, it is also important and not fun. Thank you for spicing that segue up for me.
Well,
I
you're
appreciate
complaining
that.
about the routine.
That's right. So here's something I've been trying to do for years is I've been trying to buy a used car dealership now. I love used cars and I love selling them and I love cars and just selling used cars. And it's just like been a passion of mine since I was a kid. And ever since we started this company and then we sold the company and we got a little bit of money and, you know, we've had some at least at the very least we have credit. So I went and I finally got approval to put the money down to buy this failing used car dealership in Jackson, Georgia. It's called Sorms Auto Sales. And to keen viewers, yes, there is a relation to Sorms Gas and Gifts in Metter, Georgia. It's the same family. They own the auto lot up there. And that's actually how I got hooked up with the deal in Jackson. And Jackson's a little closer to Atlanta, so I could actually make the commute to work here. So we bought a dealership. And now I say we because it's we. Now, Sam and I both bought it. Sam didn't really know I went and did this, but he's happy about it. I used the company information. I used the company EIN, as they say, is under the bank load, not my social security. So we got Skeleton Realm owns a car lot. Well, I can't decide what we're going to call it. What should we call the car lot?
The Car Factory.
It's Car Factory. I don't know about that because it's a used car lot, so we're not making new cars. That might give the wrong impression. What do you guys think in the chat? What should this be called? I'm thinking Skeleton Auto Sales. What about Skeleton Nation? Skeleton Country. The Skeleton Country Summer Sales Event.
Car box.
Ooh, I like Carbox. Maybe we could get an AI chat bot in the chat called Carbox.
Oh yeah, maybe we can reprogram.
And it could tell you a different model of car. Say, Carbox, tell me a model of car.
Yeah.
And it'll say 1974 Ford Pinto.
That would be so
That would be actually really cool. Sorms Empire. Sorms and Stuckies are great. Oh, they're not. Okay, there's a delay. So anyway, I bought this dealership and I got a good deal on it because it is failing. And it was a family-owned business. So all the employees were in the Sorms family. And I don't want to say anything negative about the Sorms, but the Sorms are, let's just say they're not very high-functioning. They're not very competent people. Hence why the dealership in Jackson, Georgia is in the pooper.
Curse word detected.
They weren't selling cars. So we cleaned house, we got rid of everybody, and now we are tasked with hiring the sales floor, the salesmen, the salespeople for this business. So I opened up applications. I created a Skeleton Realm Indeed account. You ever been to Indeed?
No. Is that like Monster?
It's like Monster Jobs. Yeah, Monster. Is that what it's called?
Remember that?
Monster. Oh, what do you think? No.
There was like
Indeed. You got Jobs.com. You got LinkedIn. You got all these things.
There's one called like
Monster Jobs. Anyway.
I swear to God.
I went on Indeed. I had
Curse word detected.
our company information up there. I put the job description as a used car dealership. And I also went on LinkedIn and did some searching. And I narrowed it down to 4 applications. And I thought, what better way to decide the new staff of Skeleton Auto Sales than to have the chat decide who's it going to be? I'm going to get one salesman. I'm going to get one. And then I'm going to be, of course, be selling. So if you need a car, the Car Realm, says Ellen Lyons. I like that one.
That's good.
Car Realmership, says Ellen as well. 2003 Lada Niva. Buy car used Sorms. I think Orbs failed to understand the task, what I was asking there. Monster Job, says Ryan Sander. There he is, Ryan Sander. Devolio says, get energized at Monster Jobs, Ming. Putting the entire Sorm family on the unemployment line. That's right, Julia. That's what we do here at Skeleton Realm. But Sorms loves us when we love Sorms.
It's best to fire a family all at once because they can bind together.
It's like ripping a Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripping a family off.
Ripping a family off. That's
Print
right.
the resumes?
Oh, I didn't print them out. You have them on the Google Drive.
Copies.
Yes, pull it up. That's fine.
Okay.
Let's put some music. Let's put some
decision style?
Yeah, job decision music.
Okay.
And I'll make a poll ready to go.
I spelled decision right on
as
the
we
first
go.
try.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Thank you.
Good job, baby.
Thanks.
Wait, I can't make a poll. What the heck?
I think there's already a poll existing.
Oh, I have to end the current poll.
Yeah, and every time you make a poll, it blocks 90% of my view of the chat.
Oh, it does?
And I can't close it until I vote on it. And when I vote on it, it prompts me to log in, which completely destroys the cat.
Well, too bad. We need it. This is important. So let's pull up the first candidate.
Okay.
Get his photo, and then Sam, you go over.
Okay, I'll read.
And get the photo up.
Here's that's number 1.
Who is this?
This is. Yeah, I wish we had printed out. It doesn't
That's
matter.
okay.
It's okay. And this is Paul Tip.
Paul Tip.
Paul Tip.
Tell me about Paul.
Okay, so this is his resume. I'll just read his resume to you. Is that all right?
Yes.
It says it starts with his phone number and email, which we'll keep for his privacy's sake.
Let's get that music continuing.
That was a really short song, huh? Let's go here.
Perfect.
That's good. All right, so Paul tip.
We like Paul. We like a glamour shot. We like that Paul looks like he's ready to maybe be an actor, maybe something like that. Because a lot of selling cars is acting. So let's go. Let's read this. Let's go.
It says, objective, to secure a position with a company where I can use my skills and abilities to make a positive contribution to the organization. Summary of qualifications, over 10 years of experience in the construction industry, proven ability to operate a variety of construction equipment, extensive knowledge of construction techniques and safety procedures, excellent communication. This goes on and on.
Ability to work independently or as part of a team, strong work ethic and commitment to quality workmanship, flexible and adaptable to changing work environments and schedules, reliable transportation and valid driver's license, a clean criminal record. Wow.
Clean criminal, wow.
We like him. An education high school diploma from XYZ High School in 1998. So that makes him about, what, 40? 50?
I don't know. I'd have to check him.
So that's cool. So we'll keep it as an option. Let's go to the next. Let's pull up Brian Jaunt.
All right.
And Brian Jaunt's email is brianjaunt@email.com. So we'll put him on the list. Why don't you get started reading him?
Brian Jaunt, summary. I am a highly motivated individual with 20 years experience in the field of incarceration.
Okay.
I'm looking for a position in a company where I can use my skills and experience to make a positive impact. Skills. 20 years experience in the field of incarceration. Strong leadership skills, excellent communication skills, able to work well under pressure. That's good for a call.
Yeah.
Work history. Inmate, state prison. Just state prison, 1994 to 2014. Wow.
Inmate. Okay.
20
Okay.
years.
Well, we were inmates. We can relate. That's fine. We
Absolutely.
give everybody a second chance.
Prisoner advocate, state prison, 2014 to prison. Okay, so now he works at the prison from which he emerged.
It says education is a GED from the state prison. Okay, well, he's on the list. Who's next? We'll go to Dip Sormerson.
Okay.
Dip Sormerson's been arrested over 200 times, mostly for public intoxication. Also for disorderly conduct, trespassing, and loitering. He's served time in jail on several occasions, has been homeless for the past 10 years, drinking problem, mental health issues. That's okay, Dip. We'll give Dip a shot. We'll put Dip on there.
Do we have one more? Or is that 4?
Hold on.
How many did we do?
We'll just say Dip. We got one more. Who's the last one here?
Oh, and the last one. So many tabs.
Kyle Tent. Hey, Kyle. So Kyle Tent's aggravated assault, 25 charges in the past year. Kyle Tent has been charged with aggravated assault 25 times. This is a serious offense that can result in jail time. Kyle has a long history of violence and aggression and also has been known to lash out at others without provocation. He has a history of drug and alcohol abuse and has been diagnosed with personality disorder. Given his history of violence and aggression, it is likely that Kyle will okay.
Danger to others.
You got the idea. So we'll put Kyle on there.
That didn't sound like he wrote it. That sounded like
Interesting.
maybe it was a cover letter.
Okay, so I put the options up in the chat, and this one, I'm going to have to go back and I kind of guess I just was looking at the pictures. I thought they were all kind of hot guys. You want a pretty face when you're buying a used car.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all that matters. I'm going with Kyle if I have to choose between them, honestly. I like Kyle. I like the name Kyle. We're getting some Dips. We're getting a Paul. We're getting a Kyle. Dip seems like the favorite. Nobody's going for Brian.
Brian.
Okay, well,
He's
in the
getting
poll,
the
so
short
it
end.
looks like we're going for Dip. So Dip is hired officially.
Arrested over 200 times for public intoxication.
Devolio says, wishing a big second chance for Dip. So I'm right there with you, Devolio. We love Dip.
We ourselves are former inmates, and so we can do this kind of thing. I've seen restaurants where they only hire people with stigmatized history.
Yeah, we support that here at Skeleton Realm.
I think that would be a really good social media angle for Car Box or whatever.
It would be really good because we could just use it to get clicks and views and stuff.
Yeah, it's
so.
like, imagine the TikToks where you walk through the doors and it says, or the now this, and now this, and it says, this used car dealership in Jackson, Georgia,
only hires people named Dip.
and their uniforms or inmates. I was thinking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we have all the staff wear orange jumpsuits the whole time. And we can even have them have ball and chains, fake ones that don't weigh too much.
Right.
And so they can walk around the car lot and sell in the costume.
We could even just sell decommissioned prison transport vehicles.
That would be cool, yeah.
That'd be cool to specialize that. You could turn them into like tiny home
tiny
Yeah.
house, like millennial couples sharing a bus and living in the desert.
Because a lot of those are just
That's a
school
lot of
buses.
clicks on that, so we
Yeah.
could get into that too.
Those are just school buses. Usually they're school buses that are painted tan, right?
Right,
That's
just
what-
a tan bus, and
could
just put
make
an
a-
AC unit on the top. We could do that. That's easy.
Yeah.
Just get a drill. So that's that. Sam, what's next? This is kind of your.
Oh yeah.
You kind of got me turned on to this idea.
This is awesome. This is related to the diet. So when you eat rope a lot, you or once a month, frankly, you basically are only drinking fluids. And so what I noticed while that's we've agreed upon this basically since we were a kid. But
Yeah.
the idea is that water tastes gross.
Yeah, waters taste gross. I want soda. So Sam actually said this to me. We met for coffee like we do sometimes, just to chat. And I walked up to the Starbucks. I walked in and he was sitting there, and I looked him right in the eye, and he just said that to me right off the bat.
So
And
water tastes gross. I want soda.
And I went, gosh, that's correct. Yes, I agree. And so what we wanted to do is just bring a glass of water to show you what you're dealing with. That's a glass of water. We didn't do anything to that. That's just water, guys. If you took that to the lab and had them test that, they'd say that's 99.999% water, and that's because nothing's completely pure. But that's water. That's water.
And
This is a glass of water, guys.
You'd
Look
rather
at
drink
it.
this than a cup of soda?
You'd rather drink that than this. Soda, it tastes way better, and it's way better.
You're telling me you want this instead of soda. Okay.
Waters taste gross, and it's like I see all these health losers talking like, oh, you're probably not drinking enough water. I use like a meme that I used to see. All your
Hydrate.
problems are because you're not having enough water. No, I
Okay.
think it's because I'm not having enough soda, dumbass.
Curse
Yeah.
word detected.
It looks nasty.
Look at it.
It's nasty.
It speaks for itself. That was the funniest part about this was Sam said, let's talk about how water is disgusting. People need to know.
Yeah.
And so I said, yeah, of course. But I said, how are we going to drive that home? He said, just put water. Just show them water.
I know. Show it to them because they
Show-
never put it in a glass. You never see water in a glass because they're afraid to show you the transparency.
Look at it. Ugh. What they do is they put it in a bottle, and it's a
Yeah.
proprietary bottle that they sell, that they've created in
It
their
looks like
factory.
glass.
It looks like glass, and it's an illusion. Put it in a jar.
It's
Put it in
actually
that.
gross. It tastes gross. Water's gross. I want soda.
It's disgusting. I was going to say I'll drink it just to show you how grossed out I am. I'm not even, that's gross.
It's my fingers that probably
Disgusting.
gross.
I'll do another poll. This is poll night. Is
Poll night.
waters gross and you prefer soda?
Yeah.
They never show water. They never show. Whoa, oops, I lost it.
You lost the poll?
H2O, no, says Plutz.
Nice.
Looks clear and crisp and refreshing, says Liana.
Wrong.
I would drink the middle option, says Ellen. Let's get a poll going. Ryan, you read my mind. I can't wait till the world runs out of water and we can only drink yummy soda drinks. I totally agree, Julia.
That's true.
T. Lee says, they never show water in a glass. Beige Condo says, yummy soda better in Waddy. Griffin R says, poll night. That's right, Griffin. We're polling. Oh my gosh, this one's pretty much split.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh, we've got, wow, it's a yes, but it's very close. I'm seeing that we have some water freaks in the chat. What are you guys doing drinking this? Everybody, show yourselves. Water freaks, show yourselves. If you voted for water, admit it. And we'll point and laugh. I'm just kidding. We're very loving and open here at Skeleton Realm, and everyone's welcome.
Drink what you want,
Even if
but
you want-
just
even if
bear
you're
in mind,
gross.
it's gross.
Just know that you might get sick drinking dirty, disgusting, nasty water. I've had a problem my whole life saying the word water. I say water.
Water.
Water. When I was a kid,
Water.
I say water like I'm from Philadelphia. I say water like
are
I'm
you up
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Water. I got water under the bridge. I got
Yeah.
water.
Water in the brain. I'm
Anyway.
a waterhead. Sumi says Michael. Ryan says I'm a water freak.
Mike,
So a
this
lot of
one's
people-
for you.
I love water. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Holy cow! A lot of people are coming out of the woodwork.
Can
here.
you do this like on TikTok? Because I don't understand censorship anymore. Can you do that? Do I have to blur that?
I think if you and we can do this to cancel it.
If you do that, it cancels that. Is this offensive? I don't know what's offensive.
Curse word detected. Curse word detected.
Anyway, screw the water, dummies.
Curse word detected.
See, now is about the time I start drinking my Monster. It kind of sucks because I start drinking my Monster when the show starts at 8, And this is another reason to drink soda, not dirty water. Drink a Monster, dude. I started drinking my Monster at 8, and really at about 8:50 is when it starts pumping me.
You got to start earlier.
But we're going to be recording the Paters podcast after this, so I do need my energy. So
I'm excited to have you full with caffeine pumping.
If you're on,
dehydrated.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have no intent usually when I start speaking.
If
so
you're
I'm happy to stop.
If you're on the Patreon and you're at that $10 level, guess what? You're getting a treat every week, and you know that because you're getting a Paters podcast. But if you're not on the Patreon at the $10 level, you might not know that, but you get a special podcast. We do Patreon-only content. It's exclusive. Let's move. This one goes without saying. This one's pretty simple.
Yep.
And I wanted to remind, let's get some spooky, hardcore. This one is serious, and I wanted to bring this up, and I think a lot of you guys probably have caught on to this and understand this, but I wanted to make this perfectly clear to everyone. Throw it up now. We control the zeitgeist. We control the zeitgeist. And when I'm saying we, I'm not saying me and Sam exactly. I am saying me and Sam, but I'm saying you two in the chat, in the Skeleton Realm universe. Are you on the Patreon? Are you in the Discord? Are you part of this family that we're building? We control the zeitgeist. The media does not control the zeitgeist. The content creators with 1 million followers on TikTok and Instagram don't control the zeitgeist. We control the zeitgeist. What we do is we put high octane, high frequency, condensed content into the ether, and it makes its way like Drano down a pipe through the annals of culture, and it reveals itself in large, strange ways. We're like a snake in the grass. We're coming in through the back door in a secret way. That's what Skeleton Realm does. If you're here, you kind of know that, maybe subconsciously, but we control the zeitgeist. And I don't understand how people can't figure this one out. It's not CNN, it's not Fox, it's not Tom Cruise, it's not even the smaller celebrities. It's not the people out here that I won't name them. I won't do shots fired. But we are controlling the zeitgeist, and we have been for years. The things we do and the things we say seep into the ether, and that's why you're here, because you're part of that process. And it's like magnetic. The magnets come together in a secret corner of culture. Secret corners. They talk about counterculture. This isn't counterculture. This is like if it's counterculture, like a kitchen counter in the house. This is rat hole culture. This is like the rat hole. And that's like the thumbnail this week with cheese. We're like rats to cheese. It's like the rat hole that Winslow lived in Cat Dog. This is Winslow culture. We call Skeleton Realm Winslow culture from Cat Dog. Now, I've just been going on and on. Sam, what do you have to say about this?
All I gotta say, sit back and wait.
Yeah, just get ready.
Well, that was positive.
Yeah, that was a positive message, and just wanted to spread that. I think it's like I said, it already goes without saying. So what's the next? This is kind of one of yours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'll play some music for this, but...
DePolio says, put me in the rat hole, mama. I'm controlling the zeitgeist now. Yeah, you better believe it, dude.
Northside Drive, we're 50% partners.
Oh, yeah.
Just got to get through this. 50% partners in Cafe Jazz, which is on 8043 Northside Drive, Atlanta. And it's a pretty small cafe built late 90s. And I don't know. Don't go there. This is a bit of an obligation we have. We have partners that I don't have much to add. The coffee's not great. They have like chocolate chips, I think, but not even croissants. I think they buy them elsewhere.
So, yeah, like Sam. So Sam said it. He said it best. It's Cafe Jazz. We own half of this. Don't feel the need to go. Don't feel the need to check it out. The coffee's not really that great. It's kind of, you go to like a cafe. It's got no theme. It's just kind of boring. There's nothing much to it. It's not. It doesn't have that like. It doesn't have that like new urban swagger that you kind of want with like a hipster place, but it also doesn't have that old warmth with the wood in it. It's just like halfway in between. It's like I frankly don't understand, but we are half owners and we are obligated to talk about it for certain reasons. But you don't really need to go and check it out.
Liars, show flyers in the bathroom that are
Yeah.
the date already passed to the show like 3 weeks ago.
It's just old, and like I don't actually
Oh,
really.
like shit, everything's sun bleached.
Some of the people that work there too are like kind of rude, but we just need to talk
Copy,
about it. It's
most
new.
importantly, or I guess to them least importantly, but the copy
Yeah.
stinks.
Yeah, it's not that good. So like we said, just don't really worry about this one. And it is at 80943 Northside Drive. It's in Atlanta. It's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. through the week, and then the weekends they stay open until 8. And I think they can maybe get a beer. They might have beer and wine after 5 or something.
Yeah, they're doing like a gallery thing.
It's like a gallery. Yeah, I don't really care.
Fuck it and forget it.
Yeah.
Curse
So let's
word
move on.
detected.
Good.
So this is something we want to get to before we get to our final. So this is the ticking time bomb, as we like to say. Our last little reveal. I told you at the beginning of the stream we had something big to reveal to you, but we have one thing to get through before we get to that. But I'm itching to show you guys something so exciting.
Goosebumps.
I'm so excited. Anyway, let's just get through this last one. So
Yeah.
let's play some music. Play some music for this. This need to be said, and I know certain conversations are kind of uncomfortable, but Sam and I are your friend. We feel like we've gotten close to you over, the months doing this, and you've changed. Like, you've changed a lot, and, I just think there's certain things you need to think about in your life that maybe,
Where'd you go?
where'd you go? What? And some of the behavior, we're all getting older. We're all getting older here, and it's like, I know certain things change as we get older, but you're going in a direction that's just, I think, not the best for you. And I say that as a friend, and I say that, and maybe I'm out of bounds, and I don't want to say that I know what's best for your life, but just as a friend, I just wanted to say I think there are some things you need to at least think about, as we're getting older.
It happens to everyone. We've all been there, but I just want to say, reach out to someone who has been there, and that's us. So you can listen to us. We've been there where you are. Everyone's been where you are.
Yeah, we've been there. I mean, we've sat where you've sat, and we saw you sitting. We saw you sitting in a darkened silhouette, and the angle was perfect. So I took a picture of you, and
It's hard to not note the obvious changes. And sometimes a person can change simply because they're trying to remain the same. And I think that's really important to remember. So just look at where you are, look at where you are. Remember that where you are, we have been. And remember to see the path that led you to where you are currently.
And maybe we've changed more than you, and maybe you've stayed the same, but either way, I think that you need to just take a long look in the mirror. And I want to avoid saying that phrase. I've been kind of wanting to say that this whole time, and it seems harsh. I'm not being harsh. I'm just being honest. You need to look in the mirror and work some of this out. Okay?
Give yourself a chance. When you're looking in the mirror, you can say, hey, it's okay. I look okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be that nice about it, but I would say, just clean it up. You're too clean. You're too clean. Dirty it up.
Yeah.
That's that. Drink some Red Bull. I'm all out of Monster. This might be a first.
Holy
I don't
cow.
think I've ever finished a Monster, and that's kind of embarrassing to admit.
The Patreon
I've
podcast is
changed.
going to pop off in this. You're going to be freaking out.
I brought a snack again. Some of you guys who listened to the last one probably, I was eating while doing the podcast, and I'm going to be eating again. So get ready to hear me smacking my mouth and the nasty goop inside my throat.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to ask what you brought.
Okay.
And maybe you're going to share, but don't say a
I won't say.
fucking word.
Curse
It's
word
going to be an
detected.
exclusive for the Patreon. And get on that Patreon for $10 a month so you can listen to our freaking podcast. Now, here's the big reveal. Are we ready? Woo! Who's ready?
This is going to be...
Type a 1 if you're ready in the chat for our big revamp. Now, I'm going to tell you what we did right off the bat here, and it's going to sound like not much until you see what we've done, which is we've been hard at work. Oh, freak, what was that, crowds?
Yeah, it's kind of like the people walking around the knowledge halls.
Okay. Okay, so We totally revamped our website. We did an entire new website. And I know you're thinking, okay, who cares? You changed servers? You went from Squarespace to Bing Bong Space? No. We've created something very big that we wanted to share with you guys, and it's called Skelepedia. We've created a Skeleton Realm encyclopedia, digitally online. Now, this contains dozens, hundreds of pages of information that Sam and I and some other contributors, but mostly 99% Sam and I created. This has everything in it that the elites don't want you to see. Now, something that I get fed up with Wikipedia. You can go to this right now. It's skelepedia.org. It's live. Go in your browser right now and go check it out with us. Or you can go to skeletonrealm.org still, and it'll redirect. But this is our new website. Now listen, something that really disgusts me about Wikipedia. There's no Doug Bleichner Wikipedia page. There's no Sam Wagstaff Wikipedia page. There's no Skeleton Realm Wikipedia page. There's no MeMoreTV Wikipedia page. So ask yourself why. These things are part of the zeitgeist, for lack of a better term. What's going on? There's banning going on. There's shadow banning going on. So I said, screw this. We're making our own encyclopedia with all the information that people want to see. Are we, there we go. So here's just an example. Here's my Wikipedia, my Skelepedia page. So you can explore the page, and that's not all. On the main page here, we've also got, why don't you go back to the main page and then we'll surf around. On the main page here, we've got our zine. Why don't you go down to the zine? Now every month you can see the Skeleton Realm magazine straight on our website. Before we were using a third party called Issue and paying them every month. No, now you're accessing the Skeleton Realm zine straight from Skelepedia. Look at that, there it is. That's last month. Guess what? The next one's coming out in like 3 or 4 days, so we're working hard on that. That's not all. Go back to Skelepedia. Let's keep them on their toes. What else do we have? We have the shop. Go to the shop. What am I wearing? If you're new, you might go, what is he wearing? That's a Skeleton Realm hoodie. That's a Skeleton Realm hat. Those are Skeleton Realm polos. You can buy that right now. And that's on Skelepedia too. You can also watch the video straight there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of knowledge on here.
So let's just to illustrate that there's basically anything you'd ever want to see. So Skeleton Realm magazine has a page.
Name, I challenge you, Doug.
Let's turn that music off. It's distracting me.
I challenge you.
Yes.
Name anything, and I bet you it will be in our knowledge base.
Okay, so I'm going to say Alan Dwayne Michael, the executive at MeMore.
Yeah, North.
Is he on there? Check to see if Alan Dwayne's on there.
Alan Dwayne. There's a. Oh, okay.
There he is.
There he is.
Let's see. There he is. Alan Dwayne's on there. Okay, so we have an Alan Dwayne. Okay, so how about, let me just think in my chat. What do you guys, what would be on, ask what's on, throw some things out. I'm going to think of maybe some of my favorite music groups. Let's see. What was I listening to on the way over here? Gosh, what was I listening to? Burnt Melons. I was listening to the Burnt Melons, an indie rock band from Brooklyn. I was listening to them on the way over here.
I'll try it.
Burnt Melons.
I just searched for burnt. Oops. I
Oops.
think I typed it wrong. Here we go. So for the folks at home, common FAQ. A lot of websites have. Here it is. Burnt Melons.
Burnt Melons is on there. Okay. So there's a lot on there, guys. How about just MeMoreTV? Fecal Spring, right? We've got Fecal Spring Records on there. That's what MeMoreTV turned Skeleton Realm Records. What about Skeleton Realm Records? Is that on there?
Oh, Skeleton Realm Records.
Oh, MeMore's on. Wait, go to Skeleton Realm Records.
Okay, Skeleton.
No, that's just Skeleton. Oh, it's just Skeleton Realm's on there.
Okay.
Wait, go down. Is it? Okay, so all this stuff. Oh, there it is. Skeleton Realm Records is on there.
Okay.
Oh, there's Skeleton Realm Records. Okay, so there's a lot on here. Album. That's Sam's album.
Oh, that's our old logo.
Oh, they have brand thought leaders on there too. That's a summit that we went to. The Cloaca Lounge is on there.
Cloaca Lounge.
Check out the Cloaca Lounge.
Oh,
there it is. Okay. So you get the idea. There's a lot on here, folks. You could spend hours on here, and we've been working all week on this. And guess what? Here's the big. Oh, there's Jerry Seinfeld, the owner of the Cloaca Lounge. Okay, so here's the big. I like that. Are you sure you know?
Just thinking of Jerry.
Porsonville Crawdaddy culture.
Porsonville Crawdaddy.
Burlo Chemical.
Oh, here's Porsonville.
Porsonville.
That's cool.
One of our favorite towns. So here's a big exclusive now. Here's the big announcement. You're wondering, how can I get involved? How can I Get involved in Skelepedia. I love what this is. I love having a catalog of all the Skeleton Realm lore. I love seeing all the Skeleton Realm adjacent people who have been shadow banned off Wikipedia. Guess what? If you're on the 35, there's circulation, the Atlanta Rapper circulation. If you're on the $35 a month Patreon level, guess what you're getting? You're getting your own Skelepedia page.
Yep. It's going to be written by those Skelepedia administrators and editors over at Skelepedia. They're going to write it objectively about you. And we're going to gather some information about you in certain ways, but here's all you need to do. If you're at the $35 level, you're already in the secret Discord. Some of the Discorders might not realize this. At the 35 level, there's a secret Discord. If you're in that secret Discord, we'll be chatting with you about this, but all we need is a photo of you that you would like to appear on your Skelepedia page. In fact, you could send multiple photos if you'd like, and then we'll have our experts write the article, and you will be immortalized on Skelepedia. And the one thing that we will probably have to say is that one of the main things about you is going to be that you are an incredible Skeleton Realm fan, that you love Skeleton Realm, but the rest of it's going to just be fun, and we're going to have fun with it, but it will be factual and truthful. Definitely.
So,
and expect a call. It's kind of like a job application situation, so we're probably going to be calling up your family members, checking with your neighbors even, and just doing a general background check on you. So be prepared for that. It's easy to do. Patreon kind of gives a lot of that info out once you subscribe. So we're going to have no problem finding you and being honest with our editorial team.
That's just one more incentive to be at that top level. At that top level, you're getting all sorts of perks. And hey, here's another reminder. If you're at that $10 level, you get to hear me and Sam for another hour a week on a Paters podcast, and it's a lot of fun. We're a little bit looser, we're a little bit more off the cuff, and it's just a little bit more fun. Say you're driving to work and you just want to hear the boys chatting. Well, there you go, at that $10 level. So that's really fun. Just another, there's the, that's the Young Thought Leaders in Media. This is a summit that Sam and I, where we met. So there's a lot in the Fanmeyer group. There you go, that's the parent company to MeMoreTV. They also own Burlow Chemical, Orbs Men's. Of course, everyone knows Orbs Men's. We got lots of, there's a lot on there, so.
And I guess that was a delayed thought. But yeah, we're about to record the Paters pod right after this. We turn the lights off when we do it too. It's relaxed.
Yeah, we do. Nice. We get super relaxed. I'm trying to think, I was going to say one more thing before we sign off, but I can't even freaking remember. Maybe I'll talk about it in the Paters pod.
I know. We'll be talking a lot about this Skelepedia and the extreme. Oh yeah, well, I wanted to just say to the viewers that, yes, you will go to skelepedia.org. Yes, you will read hundreds and hundreds of words. But there's an FAQ, frequently asked questions, because all websites have them. And that question is this website kind of slow?
Yeah.
And the question that I will answer is that question, and the answer to which that I'll provide is yes.
It is slow. So be aware, it's a little slow. We're working out the kinks in it, but it's just give it a second. If you click something and you're not immediately sent to the page,
it's coming.
Just give it like 4 seconds. I know in this day and age, we're used to clicking a button and it goes immediate. We spun this up on our own, and we're using all sorts of different cloud computational processes. But this is I'd say it's pretty good if you click it. And guess what? I'm sitting and working hours. I'm writing this. We're just writing this. So I'm going to be doing this for hours. I'm not stopping till there's 20,000 pages on here.
Lifelong project.
This will not go away.
And this is the launch. I think there's probably...
This is what's going to be remembered when we're dead, actually, I think. And I think there's another reason to get yourself on that top level, because then you can be on this. You're going to be a part of this incredible piece of history. It's not going anywhere. We own this. This is our domain.
Yeah, and it's cloud storage, so if you try to hurt me or take me and torture me and get a location, I can't give it to you. This
we don't know.
Has been distributed across multiple servers across the planet. You can't bomb your way out of this one.
One thing I was going to ask, and we talked about this, if you make an account on there, you can't edit it, because right now Sam and I are the only editors. It's not like Wikipedia, but what can you do if you make an account? Is there can we put a chat in there, like maybe a message board?
So there is soon, discussion. Right now, I'll put it this way, okay?
Yeah.
Currently, you can register an account on skelepedia.org. Yes. Can you do anything after that? You can observe and read articles in silence. However, soon we're going to open up the discussion pages. For example, every page has a top here, and this is what I wrote the other day. Wow, a new website. I hope it works.
Yeah.
That's the discussion page.
See.
Every page gets a talk page.
So you can discuss, you can talk, you can maybe even suggest on there, say, hey, could you guys... Maybe there's a small detail we missed that you being a skelly head know. And you could say, hey, What about this guy? What about this? Actually, in episode 7, you said he was
Exactly.
10 feet tall, but on the page it says he's 8 feet tall. Something like that. You could add that to the discussion. And make an account if you'd like. So sign up, but you can't edit the page, but you can discuss. So that's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We'll let you know when, eventually though, I just have to flip a few switches, but you'll be able to customize your profile, upload a user photo.
Yum. Gosh, I've been so excited about this. Sam and I talked about this. We were working so much on this week that I've been having dreams about writing articles. Because we're saying tens of thousands of words on here, guys.
Which brings me
This
to
is hardcore.
This epic feature here is called the random page.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Random page, and you'll get a random page.
Oops, we already saw that one. You know what? There's a good one. This is the Me and My Big Time Buddies band. This is the band that Lee sat in on.
Oh, right.
The Christmas 2013 disaster. During a live show on December 12th, 2013 at the Masquerade in Atlanta, Georgia, the Me and My Big Time Buddies band's drum kit, amps, and various other equipment caught on fire due to a faulty power strip. The fire quickly spread and destroyed the entire stage. No one was injured in the fire, but the band's equipment was destroyed. The band was able to continue playing the show after borrowing equipment from other bands that were playing at the venue. The fire continued through the band's set and was eventually put out by actor Woody Harrelson, who was in town shooting for the 2014 film The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. And, typo, and was at the show that night. So that's just an example. I mean, we're talking like endless amounts of this kind of trivia, we might call it, in the Skeleverse, which again is, there's the Hornblowers, which is banned on Wikipedia. They don't want to have a Wikipedia for Doug Bleichner. If you search Doug Bleichner on Wikipedia, you will find me in various articles, but not an article of my own. So this is finally
shadow banned.
Why don't you go to my page?
Here's my
Sam's page. Oh, Sam's page has got a lot of interesting stuff on it. What the heck?
What the hell's going on?
What's going on there?
I don't know. Something
contains unverified claims.
Is
okay.
It says.
Wow. Lots of citations needed on yours too. That's interesting. I wonder why that is.
Gloomin.
Huh. Okay. Well.
Why is it?
Huh.
I don't.
600. Wow. Okay. So our editors are having some fun. We do have a team of sort of brainiacs on the mission here. What else? Are we missing anything from here?
Why is your page so much longer?
My page is clean. Talks about when I worked at Tree Harvesters Unlimited. It's a tree harvesting company. Why don't you go to the tree page? You guys remember the tree from the plant? Tree is a plant whose wood has been used traditionally in shipbuilding, but now is only used in the construction of sheds and other backyard structures. So there's the tree page, and oh yeah, Tree Harvesters Unlimited. There it is. The largest harvesters of trees in North America is Tree Harvesters Unlimited. That was a tree harvesting business that I actually worked at as a teenager, and they went bankrupt. But they were bought by they were actually absorbed by the Fanmeyer Group. So Fanmeyer bought them. So I did a lot of work just busting logs for them. So anyway, it goes on and on. We could sit here for hours, guys, but we're not gonna. We're gonna end the stream so we can do the Paters Pod. So get on the Patreon, spend that $10, go to the shop, get a hat, get a hoodie, spend the $10 here, the Paters Pod. Guess what? You can just give us $3 if you want. I don't want to sit here and beg you for money, but we don't make any money on this, and we need the dollars, baby. And we appreciate everybody who contributes. We love you like family, like brothers and sisters, and mothers and fathers, and aunts and uncles is how we feel about our viewers and our Pater family and just our non-Pater family. We love you guys all equally. So, Sam, what do you say? We sign her out tonight. I hope everyone has a great week.
All right. So long.